Become an advancement stater, mastering clairaudience and claircognizance, right? Our sixth sense. Most of us, we think that we need to work on it, but it's just a misunderstanding. It's a sense that is there, like our five senses. We just didn't use it for so long, right? Because no one told us. And it's been waiting. It's like a muscle that you don't work out, right? So we're going to explore this. It's very similar than your five senses. Like don't think, oh, I need to get an activation, or I'm waiting for my next level of consciousness to really connect with this. We all have those abilities. Before, I want to say the universe is talking to you all the time, every second. There's messages. We just need to bring awareness outside of our own bubble, of our own energy field. Example, someone shared that they were doing the vortex and then the recording stopped, right, at a specific point. Well, this is an individual message for you. There is no coincidence, zero coincidence in the universe. What were they saying in the vortex at the moment that it stopped? What were you thinking about? What were you seeing, right? Like, bring awareness into this and then go into Google, search spiritual meaning of, and then you're going to get your answers. Before and after the vortex, everything also is connected, right? It's all strings of energies. It happens all the time in our day to day, but there's like even more of those messages happening before and after ceremonies or those collective vortex. So be aware. Example, there's a conversation you had with your family member about something, and then boom, randomly, there's more information coming uh, about this topic in the collective vortex, right? So it's like somehow the conversation was planned, right? The future planned the past, and then yeah, it's like a beautiful dance, right? As the past changed the future changed the past, and it's this whole dance of time is an illusion, and it's very hard to comprehend for our logical mind, right? So claircognizance, very hard to comprehend claircognizance for the logical mind. So when information comes to mind suddenly without logic, without prior knowing, without reason or even memories, there's just a certain and strong knowing. There is no room for doubt. It is just what it is. So it's an instant download. It's almost like someone goes in your brain and shifts something. There's like a key, right? Like, ooh, and then there's like a door that just opened it, and boom, we access all the information. We don't know how, why, who did it, but somehow it's there. I have this sense of knowing that this is gonna happen tomorrow. Or I have this sense of knowing that, oh wow, in my past life on Mars, I had four fingers, and then my skin was like this. I was communicating like that, and then I remember everyone dying at the same time. Like I never read about it. I didn't download this into like a healing session or channeling session. Just out of nowhere, boom, one day I wake up, I remember this, right? So somehow that's how it works. The universe is mystical, magical. And how can we work on clear cognizance? It's more about surrendering more and more and more and more, giving away the steering wheel, right? Trusting that in the right time, in divine timing, divine planning, things are going to unfold, things are going to unlock, right? There's my higher self, my spirit team, God that has a plan for me, right? And uh yeah, it's just like we're stepping into the unknown, and we're being mystified, right? We're with all those miracles. So just trust, and then combine this with the other intuition, right? The pulsation in the forehead, sensation in the heart, goosebumps, clairvoyance, clairaudience. We're gonna do clairaudience now. So clairaudience, some people think that it's different type of voice in your head. I need to hear something. When we say hearing, it's just a way of expressing. We're not actually hearing anything to our ears, right? Because what we're channeling is light codes. It's energies, and then after this, we try to translate this with our human logical mind and human abilities. We say hearing because it's the closest thing that we can express, but it's just a different form of thoughts, right? And we are using those thoughts all the time because we are having dual conversation, right? So there's a part of myself that is talking to the other part of myself, of like motivating myself to go and then attack this new project, right? So it's like there's this part of myself that is look having maybe low self-esteem from a trauma or wound, a version of my inner child that is talking to my um, warrior archetype, to my solar plexus, right? And then my true self, my soul, is the awareness behind those two conversations, observing, right? So I can use any part of the dual conversation with intention in my thought process to communicate with a specific being, with a specific frequency or whatever I want, to God, to a higher self, to spirit team, to higher beings, right? It's just thought process. And they're coming super fast. In and out, tack, 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 because all those downloads they come from the time space, the 5D. So to give you an example for me, when I feel like I am really like in tune with clear audience, somehow they confirm this with the way that they say my name. So there's some people in my life, they call me Jean-Francois, JF, J. So a few people call me Jean, but there's only my channeler that call me Jean with this Spanish accent. So they are using this as a form of confirmation that I am channeling right now, right? And it's always, always come with other clairs because we're not only like using one clair, it's always a confirmation of many things at the same time. And it can be true intention. I'm doing this in meditation. I'm really trying to receive, or it can come out of nowhere, out of the unknown, out of the day to day, right? And as we are talking to ourselves, we need to be aware that we are actually talking to God. Because what is God? God is within us and outside of us. We are a cell inside of the body of God, right? And then by talking to ourselves, we are talking to our soul. And then the higher version of this is the higher self, and higher version of that is like there's different layers, but eventually it's like the whole of that, the oneness of that is God, right? So by talking to myself, I'm talking to God. By talking to having this dual conversation in my mind where like we might think that we are crazy, I'm actually just having conversation with God, right? So explore this, don't doubt, and then just relax. Make sure that the heart is open. It's just what you need to work on. Surrender, keep the heart open, and then work out this muscle. Work out this muscle. Let's go. Have fun with it. Enjoy.